Simplicity is key. Complicating thing only benefits those who think we're dumb enough to believe what they're saying or to believe in their unjust laws. So we're overcomplicating things because it's not about teams or sides or colors or flags or nations, if you want to call them that. It's about humans and the experience. That's it. Nothing else really matters in the context of the benefit of the whole population and of being able to actually have real sustainable progress. Fighting, divisiveness, all of that is only beneficial to those who already have everything and want more. So keeping things simple is the key. Right now, there's already accountability shown for one person who's in those fucking files. One person. But also a lot of them have actually been resigning and have been stripped of titles. So it looks like we're going in the right direction, but that is not enough. Everything has to be unredacted, everything has to be analyzed, everything has to be proven. And every single fucking one of them, every single one of those pretentious douchebags that don't know love at all needs to file or to get some consequences out of their actions. The ones that are guilty, the ones that are mentioned, I mean, anybody can be mentioned in some way, right? But we need to actually hold accountable those who have everything, who fucking doesn't seem that it's enough for them, and not to conform themselves with wanting more. They actually want to damage other people's experiences, children's experiences, and they fuck them up. Not only physically, but mentally and emotionally. It's so fucking sad that they think that they are able to affect another person's ability to live a decent, fruitful and happy life just because they want to, comply with some kind of sick mentality about religious idea of virginity and purity, because they all end up being religious somehow. But man, a lot of them are just by word because they don't believe in anything that they claim they do. They don't even read their instructives, their books. They call them magical and miraculous in the basis for their lives, but they only take what are the examples of what wrong is, and they take it as permission for them to act like fucking assholes. That's what they do, and it's not only limited to those people. There's the same kind of attitude, the same kind of condescension, the same kind of idiocy in people without power, without money. It happens very often, even here where I live at. It's people who say they believe in a God, they go to church, they do the cross signal on their bodies whenever they pass near a church. But man, whenever you see their actions, whenever you see their motives, their intentions, it makes you realize that it's only word out of mouth, and it's not really an intention that is seated deep within them. For them, it's not about being or doing the right thing. It's about belonging to a team that they claim it's right about everything. And that's why I think that the idea behind religion is, although necessary, it was necessary at some point, I think it's unnecessary right now. I even dare to find it dangerous, because most religions don't use the forgiveness part in the right way. They use it to act like assholes to get what they want, regardless who they fuck over. They take it as a permission to act in that way because, I mean, God forgives, right? But who's gonna forgive them here in the actual world where they see so much damage and harm in people and others' experiences? So it's not about reunification or reuniting with our with our God or with our creation or with our creator, whatever you want to call it, however you want to see God. I personally don't believe in God. I believe in the randomness of the universe and the intent of chaos. And I don't mean chaos in that anarchic kind of way. I mean, anarchy is a way of life. It is chaos, but we take it as a negative, as a rebellious kind of thing, and it's not. It's simply the disorder that brings order to everything. And if you notice, balance is about that, about chaos, about us deciding what to be, not about being programmed into religious ideas or any kind of idea of a career. It's about us living our lives according to our wishes, our wants, our love, our desires, and avoid any kind of institutionalized idea of a religion, because that's the dangerous part. Again, they give themselves permission to act like assholes just because they say they believe in a God that forgives them. So that grants them permission to be assholes all their lives, and on their deathbed they claim to be repentful, and that's just stupid because they affected so many lives that they will never get to a potential heaven, because there's no benevolent God that would allow that. So forgiveness should be about apologizing for your actions when you get it wrong and learning. But if you keep on doing the same thing, hurting others or exploiting others or lying to others or cheating others, then what's the point? And you tell me one person that has made millions, hundreds of millions, or even hundreds of millions or a billion. You tell me one of those people who have done it without exploiting anything, anybody, or any place, without lying to people, without hurting them in an emotional, physical, or mental manner. Tell me one of them, just one. Come on, I'll wait. You can pause. I mean that's fine. Just give me one example. See, it's hard. So that's the problem with these people. They don't understand that their ability to make things better is there, but they don't do it because they are greedy fucks who care only about their own instincts. They don't think about others. They don't think about the ways they can make things better with all that money. They just want more and more and more and more and more, and when is it ever enough? There have been periods, I'm going to take the United States for example, there have been periods in which they were taxed a lot and things were better. They called it the golden age, and it was because of that reason. But then greedy fucks help their friends get elected so that they can make laws, so that they can exploit that truth or that honesty and just turn it into greed and suffocation for others' experiences. Again, it's about keeping it simple. It's really not that hard. We just need to make sure that we keep it simple and don't let those people be in charge anymore. That's it. If we vote them in and they start acting like that, they start making favors, they start compromising themselves, then fuck it. Something has to be done, or something could be done to remove them and place somebody else. We cannot cater to them just because they use suits and have money. That's our mistake. We think that they are successful, but they are just greedy monsters. Those are the real monsters. They have it all and they want more, and not conforming with that, they even want to make sure children have a horrible experience in life. How many more victims we're gonna allow because of that idea? Because of ideas that mediocrity is some kind of success, or religious ideas that allow us to burn ourselves as society just because that's what's correct or that's what can be done. You can interpret whatever you want out of those books, but if you're not a good person and you decide to use them for your benefit so you can harm others without consequence, then fuck you. That's all I have to say for this one, and see you in the next one. Have a great day.